is going on, hustlers? It's your boy Kevin back with another Breakfast with Kevin. Yes, Matt, I am doing this one for you. I know you requested that I bring the series back. I can't guarantee it'll be a daily series like it was before, but I will do my best to put them out a little more frequently. For those of you not familiar with the Breakfast with Kevin series, it's literally me sitting here talking about our reselling business while eating breakfast. It's kind of would be no different than like a little roundtable session or a one-on-one chat with somebody while eating breakfast, talking about business. It's a whole series of them that we did last year that we were doing pretty much like daily at some point. And then we started going to weekly, and then just life got in the way. So today's episode, I've got a couple things I wanted to go over, and the biggest one is let's talk about the COVID-19 impact that it's had on the reselling business. I know some resellers out there have made a fortune from it by selling like PPE gear on Amazon and other marketplaces. But some kind of took advantage of the situation and jacked up prices, that wouldn't sit well with me morally. It would kind of like eat at me, like the money was no good. But that's my personal preference. Others can sleep at night doing those type things. We actually stopped selling on Amazon ourselves. And it probably would have happened whether COVID-19 happened or not, because we weren't sourcing. Literally, I talked about it in the last video and what sold. My last shipment to Amazon was September of 2019. We hadn't shipped anything. We don't have anything in the warehouse to sell. We shipped in a ton of toys at that point for Q4. And it carried us all the way through Q4. It probably carried us all the way up till about March. In April, I made the decision to drop our account from a professional account to a personal account. So we still have the account, but there's all of maybe 3 items left up there. There's a couple items that are merchant fulfilled listed that, sell a handful of times a year. That's about it. So those sit on our shelf where we can kind of control the costs. But, others, are doing well on Amazon. We just chose not to. eBay we kind of neglected during Q4. We didn't do much with it. But we started picking back up in March. We started listing some stuff again. April listed a little bit more. May listed a little bit more. And so far in June, we've been trying to list like almost every week. I want to get to the point where we're listing almost daily, even if it's just small numbers. Because we've seen our efforts. The more you list, the more eBay rewards your listings. They start appearing towards the top of the results. They start showing up, and that correlates to dollars in our pocket. The more they show up, the more sales we get. We definitely see a huge increase. So like if I sit down one day and throw 50 items up, 50 new listings, some of them may have multiple quantities. We'll see for like the next week 10 to 12 items selling every single day. Now this is across multiple accounts, not just one account. So we definitely see the listing numbers correlate to the sales numbers. As soon as we hit that week, if we haven't listed anymore, sales literally drop right off. You might get one sale, no sale. One sale, no sale. Start listing, do like 10 listings here or there, every day, every other day, sales go right back up. Now, part of it is also because we're putting new stuff out there. But not only is the new stuff selling, the old stuff that's been listed for a year that we haven't touched the listing, haven't changed anything on it. The title's still the same, the description's still the same, everything. We haven't even touched it. Start selling. So it definitely shows that eBay's algorithm will reward you for being active on the platform. So we kind of knew that anyways going in. and that's just kind of solidified it. I know we tested it a while back, like a year or two ago, and I think I talked about it on a video. But definitely now when there's nothing else being done to the account, we know that that's what it correlates to. Over the last few months, I've had a sidekick with me every single day. Some could see that as a burden. I see it as a blessing. With schools closed, Caden's been with me every single day, working the business, being able to not only teach him his schoolwork because I end up having to be the teacher, helping him go through the assignments, but being able to teach him what we do, how we do it, why we do it, what way we do it, just digging into the business and teaching him entrepreneurship, how to run a business, why we have our inventory system the way we do, building things with him. We sat there and formulated a plan and sat down and I coded it. Obviously, he doesn't know programming yet. He is getting to the point where he's interested a little bit in it, but we built a screen that a TV we had laying around that we put up on a wall, and a little mini computer drives it. It pulls off of a website we have that every 5 minutes asks eBay, what do we have that has sold that we have not shipped? And it'll pull in a picture of the item, the title, the location, because we use the custom SKU field for where it's located in our warehouse. It pulls in the order number and which eBay account it's on. And all that displays on the screen. And it's gotten Caden in the habit of watching that screen. Every time he's in and out of that room, if he sees something on there, he's like, oh, okay. And he goes and finds it. Because it tells you right in the warehouse where it is. He goes, finds the item, goes, finds the right padded envelope or a regular poly mailer or whatever the item's going to go in. He goes and finds that box or anything else to put it in, packages it all up, doesn't seal it, puts it on the scale, gets a weight for it, puts a little post-it note on it with the weight, and then puts it on my shipping bench. And then he'll tell me, hey, you got another one to ship. At some point, I'll probably teach him how to print the labels because that's the only step he's missing, and I had him not seal any of the envelopes just to make sure he's pulling the right item, because there's some items we have that are very similar descriptions, but it might be a color difference or some minor difference to the item, and I want to make sure he's just pulling the right one. So so it's crazy, and with that, he's been being a whole lot more active in the business, asking a lot more questions. So we started tracking how many items are we listing each day, how many sales are we getting, what are our goals. We turn around and set some goals to reach a certain number of listings every week, and we've been surpassing that. Be 25% more month over month in our revenue coming in, or sales numbers coming in, across both accounts. And we've been tracking that, and we've superseded that. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, from March to May was like a 500% increase. So obviously way more than 25% over April, and 25% from April to May. I haven't factored in what it was for our goal into June, where it would be if we hit it over March. But and I have no doubt we're going to hit it, because we tracked as of the 15th, which was 2 days ago, where we were at, because I've got a little thing going with Caden that besides that goal, we set a side goal for him, kind of like a number to hit, and if he hits that number, he gets a bonus. We haven't decided what that bonus is yet, but it goes through and teaches him, work ethic, and if you work hard, you get rewarded, and those type of things, and showing him how we track it and looking at the numbers every day, and he's watching what sells, and he's kind of doing the math in his head, and he knows he's got to hit a certain average across all days. Okay, so one day you're going to have less sales than the other, but that makes up for it by the bigger sales days. So he'll look and see that, where are we at average wise for the day. He has his number that he wants to hit. Then he tracks and says, oh, we're above that number, so I'm doing good. So it balances out by the end of the month. So that he can hit his goal. So he's stay on target. He's measuring himself to make sure he's getting there. A lot of resellers I know don't do that. And then they get to the end of the month and they wonder why they didn't make any money. When you're constantly looking at these numbers, or even if you just write the goal out and have it in front of you, subconsciously your mind will work towards achieving that goal without even trying. I've done it for years. My office here in the house has a cabinet above the desk. I used to write out goals and just stick them up there on a post-it note. Never really pay attention or look at them again. Just subconsciously, I'm there every day, and my mind's seeing it, my eyes are seeing it, my brain's reading it, and I was working towards that goal without even trying to achieve it. So goal setting is key to anything in life. Doesn't even have to be if you're an entrepreneur. And so, I talked about the shipping monitor. That was the next thing on the list that I had to go over. Our next stage is to programmatically do some of these tracking pieces on another monitor next to it. So we had installed monitors into a pizza shop as digital menu boards probably about a year ago, and unfortunately that business, it wasn't our business, it was some friends of ours that had the business, but the equipment was mine. The little computers that drove the digital menu board plus the TVs that were the display and everything else were mine, and they closed up business, and so we went and recovered those. So I've got like 4 of these TVs and 4 of these little mini computers sitting around. So we're looking for things to do with them, and one of them was we put up this shipping monitor, and I put a second monitor right next to it on the wall, and now we're talking about doing one that kind of has like a recap, number of items listed, number of items sold, where are we at for the month on our average daily sales, just so you can kind of ballpark and you can track things and you walk in. Right now we're doing a pen and paper for the average daily sales. We add up where we're at for the month for sales and then calculate the average based on the number of days. But having it up there where Caden can constantly see it visually, I think will be key. Plus, will be key for me. I can look at it real quick. For tracking our listings, we literally just have a calendar dry erase board. Came from Walmart. I don't know, I want to say it was like less than $10, maybe $10, somewhere around there. Just put it up, and every day in the calendar, we're just writing out the number of new listings we created. Not the number of items, the number of new listings, because some of our listings will have multiple quantities. But so it's I've been rambling here, I don't know, for a few minutes. Well, it looks like almost 15 minutes. But so Matt, hopefully you're happy. I did you another breakfast with Kevin. So this morning's breakfast is Captain Crunch. No oatmeal. A little too warm out to have oatmeal. So, but hopefully those of you who are new to our channel found value in this. The Breakfast with Kevin series is just me sitting here with a dialogue, kind of having conversations about business, about our reselling journey. No real formality or structure to it. It's just kind of a dialogue. Again, as I said at the beginning, as if we were sitting here at the table, just kind of having a conversation. So, if you're new to our channel, please watch some of our other videos. Make sure you like this video, share it if you found value. If you're not already a subscriber to our channel, hit the subscribe button and make sure you click that bell next to it so you get notified when we put out new content. Alrighty, hustlers, get out there and go do it.